friends, good morning and welcome back to 12th week questions and answers. The week starting from 16th March to 22nd March. We have another 36 questions. We have already discussed 36 questions under part 1. So let us discuss one by one for the second part of 12th week, that is from 16th March to 22nd March. Look at the first question. Union Cabinet approved Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Please don't forget Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, which is known as the PMKVY, is for skill development of youth. It is estimated that around 500 million youth are required to be trained in the country. That means the skill development is to be done for around 500 million youth during the next 10 years, and for that purpose already National Skill Development Corporation exists. National Skill Development Corporation, which is known as NSDC. NSDC is established under public-private partnership model, and the program which is expected to improve the skill of the youth of this nation is Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, and for this year 1500 crore rupees was allotted. Rupees 1500 crore was allotted for Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Please look at the next question. Lordly Voice of the Century Award was recently presented to. Lordly Voice of the Century Award. I would like to tell you, these awards are presented by Population First Bombay based organization. The organization name is Population First Bombay based, and this is the 6th edition of Lordly Awards. Lordly Voice of the Century was awarded to Lata Mangeshkar. At the same time, Queen was awarded as the best movie, and advertising agency O&M got for Titan Raga advertisement Tum Nahi Badle. Right? These awards are for gender sensitivity. Right? Shri Ramraj Naik Nimbalkar was elected the chairman of Maharashtra Legislative Council. Shri Ramraj Naik Nimbalkar belongs to Nationalist Congress Party. With the support of Bharatiya Janata Party, he got elected to the post of chairman of Maharashtra Legislative Council, and prior to this development, the chairman who belongs to Congress Party was removed with no confidence motion, and now Sri Ramraj Naik Nimbalkar of Nationalist Congress Party got elected as the chairman of Maharashtra Legislative Council with the support of Bharatiya Janata Party. Please look into the next question. Name the country which apologized for the bombing in the Yunnan province of China. The border country to China is Myanmar. Myanmar has got some problem in the northern territory. In the northern territory of Myanmar, there are disturbances from Kokang people. There are disturbances, civil disturbances, as Kokang people are demanding autonomy of their region. Kokang people, please don't forget, Kokang people reside in the northern territory of Myanmar. As the Myanmarese government is fighting these Kokang people, recent bombings of Myanmar killed 5 farm workers in China, because of which China expressed their strong protest against Myanmar. Please remember, Kokang is the ethnic group fighting against the Myanmar government, and Kokang people are of ethnic Chinese origin. Please don't forget. Please look into the next question. Allow Golden Rice campaign is going on in the world now. Allow Golden Rice. What is Golden Rice? golden rice are obtained by genetic engineering with the biosynthesization of beta carotene. With the biosynthesization of beta carotene. Beta carotene is nothing but vitamin A. Recently, campaign is going on across the world to use golden rice, as the campaigners say that it will take care of vitamin A deficiency, but there are views and counter views against this because it is genetically modified variety. That's why some groups are against the usage of this rice. Anyhow, please remember, this golden rice is basically beta carotene supplemented genetically modified variety. There are arguments and counter arguments for the usage of this rice. Right? Please look into the next question. Lok Sabha passed a bill to raise the strength of Andhra Pradesh Legislative Council from 50 to 58. There was some anomaly in the Andhra Pradesh State Reorganization Act of 2014. To correct that anomaly, recently Lok Sabha passed a bill to raise the strength of Andhra Pradesh Legislative Council from 50 to 58. I would like to tell two things in this regard. First and the foremost is, there are at present only 7 states which have Legislative Council. There are only 7 states which have Legislative Council. Second important point is, total members in the Legislative Council should not exceed 1/3 of the members in Legislative Assembly as per the Constitution. This point please don't forget. The total members in the Legislative Council should not exceed 1/3 of the total members in the Legislative Assembly as per the Constitution. In Andhra Pradesh Assembly, 175 constituencies are there and 1/3 of it makes 58. So this is as per the Constitution. The maximum strength is 1/3 of the strength in the Legislative Assembly. Please look at the next question. World Economic Forum recently named 187 persons as young global leaders. What is World Economic Forum? World Economic Forum is Geneva-based not-for-profit organization. Geneva-based not-for-profit organization to improve the state of the world. To improve the state of the world, Professor Klaus Schwab is its founder, and every year they announce young global leaders below the age of 40. Young global leaders below the age of 40, and this year our Human Resources Development Minister Smriti Irani is the one among 187 persons selected, and she is the one among 11 Indians. Please don't forget. Please look into the next question. World Sparrow Day. Unfortunate incident is, house sparrow is not seen nowadays. Experts say there are 2 reasons for this. First and the foremost reason is excessive use of pesticides. Second reason is radiation due to mobile towers. The exact cause is not identified till date, but whatever the reason, house sparrow is not being seen nowadays. To commemorate that, to look into this aspect of disappearance of a sparrow nowadays, every year 20th March is being observed as World Sparrow Day, and this was started in the year 2010. This was started by 2 organizations. One is Nature Forever Society of India and Ecosys Action of France. Nature Forever Society of India and Ecosys Action of France. Please move on to the next question. Name the state government which will resume mining as the Ministry of Environment and Forests revoked the suspension of environmental clearances on mines. Previously, there was suspension of environmental clearances for mining activity in Goa, and recently Ministry of Environment and Forests revoked that suspension, due to which the mining activity is going to start in the state of Goa. Goa is rich in iron ore reserves. I would like to tell you two things. The largest reserves in the country with regard to iron ore are in Jharkhand. Jharkhand has got maximum reserves of iron ore, roughly 25% reserves, followed by Odisha, around 21%. Karnataka has got 20% reserves, and Chhattisgarh has got around 18% reserves. So, 4 states in the country, Jharkhand, Odisha, Karnataka and Chhattisgarh put together has got almost 80% of our iron ore reserves, and Goa has got around 10%, 10 to 11% iron ore reserves, and the mining of iron ore is going to start shortly in Goa. And in the iron ore, magnetite has got more iron content with around 72%, followed by hematite. Please don't forget, magnetite has got 72% of iron, followed by hematite with around 69%. Right? Please move on to the next one. Name the country which hanged 10 convicted murderers on a single day. Nowadays, it is clearly evident Pakistan is badly suffering because of terrorism. That's why recently they lifted the moratorium on capital punishment, that is death penalty. Previously, there was a ban for the past 6 years, there was a ban on death penalty, but because of the excessive terrorist activities, Pakistan recently lifted that ban, lifted that moratorium on capital punishment. I would like to tell you, capital punishment is nothing but death penalty. Pakistan recently lifted that ban on death penalty, and on a single day, 10 convicted murderers were hanged recently, because Pakistan is badly suffering because of terrorism. Look into the next question. Name the country which sentenced to death the Muslim Brotherhood chief Muhammad Badi and 21 others. Muslim Brotherhood. This is the organization which was established in the year 1928 in Egypt. Established in 1928 in Egypt. As per this organization, Quran is the constitution, and in the year 2013, Egypt declared this organization as a terrorist organization, and now Egypt sentenced to death Muslim Brotherhood chief Muhammad Badi, and answer for this question is Egypt. Please don't forget. Next question. Name the country whose parliament is known as Knesset. The country is Israel. Recently, elections were held. The Prime Minister was elected for third consecutive time by winning 30 out of 120 seats. We have already discussed this in the previous lectures. Let us move on to the next one. Name the country which recalled its envoy in Washington due to alleged attempt to dethrone the president. Venezuela with borders, one side Guyana, Brazil. It alleged that America is trying to dethrone its president Nicolas Maduro. Because of that, there are heightened tensions between Venezuela and United States of America. Recently, United States of America slapped sanctions against 7 officials of Venezuela, and Venezuela alleges that United States of America is trying to destabilize the country, trying to dethrone its president Nicolas Maduro. under this, the relationship between USA and Venezuela strained, and the answer for this question is Venezuela. Its economy is also dependent on oil. Because of the reduction in the oil prices, it is also suffering badly in recent times. Right? Please look into the next one. Recently, unseasonal rains with heavy storm damaged over 50 lakh hectares of standing crops across the country. As per the Ministry of Agriculture statistics which were released recently, almost 106 lakh hectares. Initially they told 50 lakh hectares were damaged, but now the final figures are more than 106 lakh hectares of standing crops were damaged across 14 states in the country. Serious damage, severe damage, which led to several farmer suicides across the country. 14 states were damaged, and out of all, Uttar Pradesh is the worst affected. The answer here is Uttar Pradesh. Look into the next one. Drones, which are also known as unmanned aerial vehicles. Drones are nothing but unmanned aerial vehicles. These are recently used to monitor unauthorized entry into forest and to detect any forest fire. If somebody is doing some unauthorized activity inside the forest area, recently unmanned aerial vehicles are used by fitting with the cameras. Please look into unmanned aerial vehicle. It was fitted with camera. It can identify if someone is doing some mischief in the forest area. So, this is Bandipur National Park in Karnataka. Recently, they used unmanned aerial vehicles to identify if someone is doing some damage in the forest area, and that is nothing but Bandipur National Park in Karnataka. And I would like to tell you one more thing. Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve in the Nilgiri Hill area has got 3 national parks and 1 wildlife sanctuary. Please remember, Bandipur National Park is in Karnataka. Nagarhole National Park is also in Karnataka. Then Mudumalai National Park is in Tamil Nadu. Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary is in Kerala. These 4 put together is called Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. Please don't forget. Look into the next question. Continuing its worldwide journey, we have already discussed about the Solar Impulse 2. From Ahmedabad, it landed at Varanasi. Finally, it lifted off from Varanasi towards Mandalay in Myanmar. So, answer here is Varanasi. This Solar Impulse 2 aircraft landed at 2 places in the country. The first one is Ahmedabad Airport. The second one is Varanasi Airport. Please look into the next question. Recently, Government of India launched a policy portal that attempts to put into perspective policy matters, various activities of government, various policy issues of government will be available in this portal. The name of the portal is bharatneeti.in. That means various policy matters of government will be available in this portal. The name of the portal is bharatneeti.in. Please don't forget bharatneeti.in. Please look into the next question. Name the city where suburban trains were provided with the sliding doors. It is a common sight in Mumbai that several people continue their journey through suburban trains with hanging across the doors. Now, in the Western Railway corridor in Mumbai, the railways came up with sliding door concept so as to ensure more safety, because hundreds of people lose their lives every year in Mumbai suburban train services because traveling through hanging across the doors is dangerous. And to prevent that, Western Railway in Mumbai now came up with suburban trains fitted with the sliding doors. This is Mumbai. Please don't forget. Right. Please look into the next question. DRDO recently developed the smallest below visual range air-to-air missile. Air-to-air missile? Previously we heard about surface-to-air missile. Surface-to-air missile means the missile will be launched from ground. Air to air missile means the missile will be launched from air to target some object in air. That means that is air to air missile. So recently DRDO developed the smallest air to air missile, which is 3.8 meters long, which can carry 15 kilograms of warhead. And recently it was tested at Chandipur, and the missile was tested from Sukhoi 30 aircraft to hit a simulated target. Please don't forget, the name of the missile is Astra. This is the smallest missile developed by DRDO. It is air to air missile, 3.8 meters long. It can carry 15 kilograms of warhead. This is all about Astra, smallest air to air missile developed by DRDO. Please look into the next question. Venkatraman Ramakrishnan, Nobel laureate. You all very well know, Indian born Venkatraman Ramakrishnan was awarded with the Nobel Prize, and he has been confirmed as the President-elect of the world famous Royal Society. Sir Venkatraman Ramakrishnan will become the President of the Royal Society for a 5-year term. I would like to tell you a brief about this Royal Society. This is the learned society for science based in London. It is one of the oldest existing organizations, established in London in the year 1660. It gets grant in aid from Parliament, and it advises government with regard to the matters pertaining to science. The prestigious society in the world, Royal Society, and its president is going to be Indian born Venkatraman Ramakrishnan, Nobel laureate, for the next 5 years after taking over. Now the present president is Sir Paul Nurse. The present president is Sir Paul Nurse, and Mr. Venkatraman Ramakrishnan is going to be the next president of Royal Society. Next, National Green Tribunal, which was established in the year 2010, basically looks into environmental issues. Recently issued a notice to the state government over contaminated drinking water in 6 districts. National Green Tribunal, established in the year 2010, and its present chairman is Swatantra Kumar. Recently it issued a notice to Uttar Pradesh government with regard to the contaminated water in 6 districts. Right, please look into the next one. Name the state government which is into the controversy over delivery of answer sheets by relatives, well-wishers to their wards in class 10 examinations. There was hue and cry. Once this picture appeared in various newspapers, and subsequently Bihar government told that they will take all steps to prevent mass copying in the examinations. So let us wait and see how it will act. Right? Look into the next one. Railways constituted the Kayakalpa Council for transformation of railways. Railway Minister Suresh Prabhakar Prabhu is not happy with the present arrangement. He wanted transformation, which was evident in the budget itself. And now a Kayakalpa Council was established. Kayakalpa Council was established for transformation of the railways, and the chairman of Kayakalpa Council is none other than Ratan Tata. He will suggest ways to transform railways. Look into the next one. Recent report of United Nations says that there is a case of genocide against Yazidi minority. Genocide is nothing but planned elimination of one particular ethnic community. Planned elimination of one particular religious or ethnic community. There is a threat for extinction of this minority as felt by United Nations organization, and this Yazidi minority, majority of them stay in Nineveh province of Iraq. The answer is Iraq. Please look into the next question. Name the country which decided to confine around 2.5 million people to their homes aimed at stemming the Ebola epidemic. Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea are the three worst affected countries because of Ebola. Recently, Sierra Leone government decided to confine 2.5 million people, that is 25 lakh people, confined to their homes, and the health volunteers will go and visit each and every house to find out the patients affected by Ebola. The country is Sierra Leone, right? As per the report of the International Food Policy Research Institute, this International Food Policy Research Institute was established in the year 1975 with Washington as the headquarters. Established in 1975 for elimination of hunger and poverty. Recently they released the report. As per this report, India, Brazil, China, the three countries of BRICS region, India, China and Brazil, along with these three countries, Mexico and Indonesia, these five countries constitute roughly half of the world's hungry people. Half of the world's hungry people, and 363 million in these countries are hungry. The answer here is 363 million in these countries are hungry. Please look into the next question. Name the airport which recently crossed 10 million passenger mark. It is one of the benchmark to classify an airport. And recently Hyderabad airport crossed 10 million mark. Rajiv Gandhi International Airport at Hyderabad. Please look into the next question. Martin Guptill scored 237 not out, the highest individual score in World Cup history. In the World Cup, highest score in one day international says 237 scored by Martin Guptill of New Zealand. It is 163 ball innings with 11 sixes and 24 fours. Do you know who holds the record for the highest runs in overall one day cricket? That is Rohit Sharma with 264 runs. Please look into the next one. Renowned lyricist and poet Yusuf Ali Kacheri died recently. Yusuf Ali Kacheri is the lyricist in Malayali language. The answer here is Malayalam. Please look into the next one. Stockholm Water Prize. Stockholm Water Prize was established by Stockholm International Water Institute. Stockholm International Water Institute established this prize in the year 1991, and this award carries $1,50,000, and this year's prize is 25th. And the famous waterman of India, Rajendra Singh, who is doing outstanding work of water conservation in Rajasthan, was conferred this award, Stockholm Water Prize. And remember, Sri Rajendra Singh was also awarded Raman Magsaysay Award of 2001. Raman Magsaysay Award is the Asian equivalent of Nobel Prize. He was also awarded that award in the year 2001. Let us move on to the next question. A trial court in Delhi recently acquitted all 16 former personnel of Uttar Pradesh PAC, Provincial Armed Constabulary of Uttar Pradesh. 16 Uttar Pradesh police were recently acquitted by Delhi trial court, as the court felt there was no substantial evidence against this 16 police force. And I would like to narrate this incident. The incident occurred in the year 1987. The incident occurred in 1987. The location is Hashimpura near Meerut in Uttar Pradesh. There the allegations were some police force from Provincial Armed Constabulary or Uttar Pradesh PAC took 42 people from Hashimpur locality near Meerut in trucks, and later on their dead bodies were found in Gangnahar and Hindon River. Gangnahar and Hindon River. This is the history of this case, but recently, due to the lack of proper evidence, after 28 years, a trial court in Delhi acquitted all these policemen. Look into the next one. Name the state where a class 12 student was arrested for allegedly posting objectionable comments through social media platforms. Uttar Pradesh police recently arrested a class 12 student as he posted some comments through social media platform under section 66A of Information Technology Act. But please remember, recently Supreme Court struck down this 66A clause of IT Act, right? The Union Home Minister recently stated that 33% of posts in Central Paramilitary Forces will be reserved for women. Central Paramilitary Forces, these are also known as Central Armed Forces like CRPF, Border Security Force, Central Industrial Security Force, National Security Guards. All these organizations are known as paramilitary forces or Central Armed Forces, and recently Union Home Minister announced that 33% of posts in these Central Paramilitary Forces will be reserved for women. Look into the next one. Recently 3 Dalit girls were murdered. An unfortunate event. It occurred in Piparjhulli Tola village. This is in Devariya district of Uttar Pradesh. 3 Dalit girls were murdered and enquiry is on. Please look into the next one. Name the country where a woman was beaten to death and set on fire for allegedly burning a copy of Quran. This occurred in central Kabul in Afghanistan. In capital itself, this incident occurred in capital itself. A girl, a woman was beaten to death and set on fire for allegedly burning a copy of Quran. Right, look into the next one. International Day of Happiness. International Day of Happiness because ultimately happiness should be the fundamental human right. Happiness should be the fundamental human goal, and this was established by United Nations in the year 2012, and every year International Day of Happiness is being celebrated on March 20. Please remember, World Sparrow Day is also being celebrated on March 20. With this, let us conclude this week's questions and answer session and have a nice time. Thank you.